Loops in palmistry are formed by different skin ridges patterns that helps to understand the deep psychological thought process and personality traits of the person. Each and every loop is rare, unique in itself, and acts as a learning curve for any palm reader. Depending upon the texture of the skin and race of the person, some patterns are distinct and visible to the naked eye, while others can only be discerned using magnifying glass. Let's see the most lucky loops found in palmistry and their interpretation. Loop formed just above the wrist as shown is known as empathy loop, or loop of inspiration. People with such type of pattern takes inspiration from meditation, spirituality, calm music, movies, and very small things that might sound innocuous for other people. They are always pumped up to help and understand human beings with sympathy, kindness and generosity. Loop found on the lower mount of Mars is known as the courage loop. It makes the person brave, bold and adventurous who likes to push oneself, and loves to be in a difficult situation for adrenaline rush. I have seen this brilliant sign on the hands of successful bodybuilders, people who can tirelessly spend hours on games that revolves around history and wars, extreme sport athletes, and martial artists. Loop of rhythm, also known as loop of music, starts from the bottom of the Venus Mount as shown. It represents exceptional talent in music and dance. Similarly, a bee-like formation on the center of Venus Mount denotes natural talent to feel and express music through various instruments, or singing. S-shaped pattern on the mount of Moon, also known as composite pattern in palmistry, makes a man effeminate, and woman more authoritarian and bossy. If other signs are not present to compensate the overbearing nature, it can have serious repercussions on marriage or relationship. In addition, it denotes constant fluctuations in one's emotions and restless nature of the person. On a very positive hand, it accentuates the sixth sense and psychic abilities of the person. Similarly, Whorl on the mount of Moon increases the extrasensory perception, interest in psychology, and loneliness in one's life. Loop formed just below the upper mount of Mars is known as memory loop, or loop of sensitivity. It bestows the person to understand other people's mind and hidden agenda. As the name implies, he or she has a sharp memory to remember numbers, faces and very distant experiences. Loop formed on the lower section of Moon Mount is known as loop of nature. It is often found on the hands of people who take some sort of inspiration from calm sounds of running water, chirping of birds and serene nature. They also have strong affiliation with animals and mysterious things found on the planet. Loop formed in between the Apollo finger and the Mercury finger is known as loop of humor. People with such type of pattern wants freedom and enjoyment at workplace. They can't work in a strict and disciplined kind of environment for a long period of time, even at the cost of sacrificing a fat paycheck. In addition, if the loop is well formed along with Mercury Mount, denotes good sense of humor, and an uncanny ability to attract and influence people with wit, web of words, and sometimes foolishness. On the contrary, loop found in between the Saturn and the Apollo finger is known as loop of seriousness. Saturn balances the entire palm, and it is known for its solitary, hard-working and serious nature. People with this loop tends to be workaholic, sincere and runs after money to enjoy the materialistic and luxurious things in the life. Among all the loops, pattern found in between the Jupiter finger and the Saturn finger is the most powerful loop for success and money. I have already made a video on it. You can watch it by clicking on the I button, or in the comment section. Share this video with your family and friends. And don't forget to subscribe, with those notifications on. As always, thanks for watching.